Hello, my name is Coulou. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, trumpet player, and producer, and I'm very excited to be working with Thomann music, breaking down my approach to the trumpet. Now in these first few videos, I'm going to be focusing on what I usually do in the morning to get warmed up. And the first two things we're going to talk about today are going to be facial stretches and long tones. Now before I start playing the horn in the morning, I like to do a series of really simple face stretches, and I find it makes a big difference before I start playing the horn. So they're super easy, you're making funny faces, but I think it makes a big difference. So first I do kind of like a really big smile, and go cheek to cheek, stretch the lips out, do that for a few seconds, then I switch to a frown, and then do a little bit of a side to side movement back and forth for maybe 30 seconds, and then some O shapes, starting small and opening your mouth, and you kind of cycle through those for a few minutes and you'll feel a bit of a tingle in your lips, and that just means that you're getting the blood flowing. So that's the first thing I do in the morning before I play. So after I've done some facial stretches and I'm ready to start playing, I take out my trumpet, and the first thing I do in the morning are long tones. And long tones are some of the most foundational exercises you can do for the trumpet in developing tone, range, endurance, and being able to play with a more relaxed and present sound. So the big thing that I first need to focus on before I start playing my long tones is my breathing. So make sure you're always sitting up straight when you're playing, and you're going to want to take a breath from the bottom up. Oftentimes people take a breath and kind of compress it into their shoulders, and that leads to kind of not a lot of power behind the air and a lot of tension that kind of gets in the way of having like a broader, more beautiful sound. I use a metronome and I set it to 60 beats per minute, and I start on a middle G. I start on the G and I hold it for a full breath until I'm out. I like to think when I'm holding the note that there is a balloon on the end of my trumpet, and as I'm holding the note, the balloon is inflating at a completely steady rate. And it's good to imagine that, because what you're trying to do is not have a wavering sound that gets stronger and softer, and you're trying to learn to steady out the embouchure so you kind of get a clean and clear tone. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of this. I'm going to start on a middle G, and I work my way up a half step, then down a half step. So I'll go G, G sharp, F sharp, A, F, and so on. And so on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something as well. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll make sure to answer those. I'll have more warm-up videos coming soon, so stay tuned.